Just wrapping up here at Melbourne Community Stadium, home of Chelmsford City, with Chippenham Town goal scorer Joe Hanks. Joe, we're just looking out here at the elements today, and I'm pretty sure we're both thankful that this has come after the game as opposed to before it, but the reason you're in front of the camera today, a wonder strike, a winning goal, no better feeling as a footballer.
No, definitely. Obviously I haven't been out injured for just over a month or so. It's been frustrating having to watch and stuff, so I get out there today and obviously score goals. Obviously the main thing, but it's a special goal, so I'll be looking forward to looking at that one later on, I think.
Seen a few goals from yourself, Hanksy, since coming on board with Chippenham. Obviously been here for a good year and a half now. You know, important goals. The goal against Lincoln, that will always be remembered. The goal against Ebbsfleet that pretty much took us, keeping us in with a shout of the playoffs last year. Jesus Christ! Wow. I'm not sure if the camera picked that one up, but the weather's coming down nice and hard. But you know, important goals have been a big part of your game now for a long time, Joe. And coming away, tough place like this, difficult side, good side to come and get a goal like that and a 3 points. Great.
Yeah, look, Chelmsford are one of the top teams in the league. They're a big physical side, so we knew we were going to have to try and play a bit of football today, and I thought the first half especially we were really good. And to be fair, I think H had a few chances. I probably could have had another half chance. We probably should have gone 2 or 3, so I don't think Will's had many saves to make. I know they had the penalty, which was dubious, I think, but yeah, look, it was a really, really important 3 points today. We're on a bit of a run now, 4 games unbeaten. We've got some home games coming up. We've got to sort of build a bit of momentum now, and yeah, we've just got to keep trying to do better.
Coming out of the Christmas period, I think many people would have snatched your arm off for 8 points from 12. A couple of good results against Bath, hard one, pointed away at Braintree, and now another one away here. For a team that has spent so much time away from home, to come into this period of form just on the cusp of a big run of home games has got to be really vital for you lot as a group.
Yeah, definitely. I think the most important thing is taking each game as it comes, and that's what we've done really well the last few weeks. Obviously Bath, we bounced off the Bath game to Braintree, which is a tough place to go and pick up a point, and obviously Bath on New Year's Day, which is another point and another clean sheet. So look, we know it's going to be difficult. There's a lot of points, and still I don't think we've played half the games yet this season, so there's still a long way to go. But yeah, if we can play like this every week, the sort of heart and desire the lads have shown today and in the last few weeks, we've just got to build on that and hopefully yeah, pick up some more wins this month.
Not very often you score a goal of the season contender and get robbed of a man of the match. It was stolen from you today by your good friend Spencer Hamilton, as I'm sure you've probably found out. How much was running through your head after the second minute is, oh God, I'm going to have to play centre back here? Yeah,
no, I said Spence, come on, you're a man, come on, big up. But no, he's obviously had it a little knock in the first half, and I spoke to Hall yesterday and said we're light on numbers, that if I have to play there, I'll play there. I'm happy to play anywhere, to be honest. So I did say at the start of the second half, come on, keep going, mate, keep going. But no, he was brilliant today. I thought Will Richards as well was superb. Tommy and Rusty in the middle again, brilliant. H worked Alfie, and there were so many players today that could have sort of stolen that. But yeah, look, it's a big 3 points. I know we've got the cup game Tuesday, we've got another week and Weymouth next week, so it's another massive game. So regardless of that,
I suppose you touched on a really good point there, Joe. I mean, for a lot of the success we had as a squad last season and in the early stages of this, with the games that have got results and performances that have strung together, we've really clicked when everyone's a 7 out of 10, no real out man of the match, and you've named half the squad there that probably could have walked off with a bottle of wine the day, but what a good performance from all the boys around you.
Yeah, look, we needed that today. So this is a tough place to come, so we should out here at the end. But yeah, I think that's all today, and I think it's side and maybe we're not so much. So yeah, to win, to get the clean sheet, obviously for me to score the goals, brilliant. And yeah, we've got to go into next week.
Super. Well, Joe, we'll let you get on, mate. I'm sure the bar's calling your name and the lads will be celebrating lots on the way home. We've still got Spence to have a chat to, and I think he'll probably have to swim his way here at the moment. So well done, Hanksy. Great goal today, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Well done, mate. All over here at the Melbourne Community Stadium. The last interview of the day is reserved for the man who I think probably deserves it the most, the man of the match, Spence. Heroic performances, warrior performances, that term gets thrown around quite a lot in football, but when you roll your ankle as badly as you did in the second minute, carry on to the 95th minute and guide your team to a 1-0 win away at a place like this, the props are all coming to you, mate.
Yeah, look, you know, it's unfortunate the injuries, things that happen. I thought this wasn't probably an ideal one, but we know in terms of us as a group, as a team, that I needed to stay on in terms of sticking at it, because we've been on a good run of form coming into this game, obviously 3 unbeaten, and we knew, I know to myself I needed to stay on to obviously grind it up with the performance of the boys, and 2 a man. Britt and I got man of the match, but I think anyone could have been man of the match today. I thought everyone put in an absolute shift, the lads coming off the bench put in an absolute shift, and you know, we deserve to win the game. Probably should have been more than one at the time as well. We had some real good chances there, which is pleasing and promising we can build on, and obviously we can take this form moving forward into next week's games as well.
Just had a good laugh with your mate Joe Hanks. He said that, you know, thank God he didn't have to go centre half because there's no one at the top end of the pitch. pick out the onion bag quite like Hanksy can. I suppose there must have been a moment there, even if a brief fleeting one, that you might have had to be worried that Hanksy might have been pulled out of that centre attacking midfield top spot to take your place. No Tiz, Minot's gone back, no other centre backs in the squad. It must have been a worrying moment for you.
Yeah, and that was the thing. I knew I needed to step because I couldn't play Hanksy going centre half. And to be fair to the boy, he played out his skin today. He was a real threat, I think, going forwards. Probably being in an actual 10, so very good goal. He deserved it. Joint goals in now this season, which he'll probably brag about, which I've been bragging to him about with the two. But he was great, and to a man, it was a real good performance by him.
We'll talk about the penalty, Spence. We didn't really get to see too much of it from up here in the gods. It's a long way away, as you can see from the race course here, and we didn't see who committed the foul. We didn't see what happened. We just saw the referee point to the spot. It looked like one of those controversial ones when the ball come in from the corner, bit of a scuffle, two people go over, man points to the spot. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, it was incredibly soft. I kept saying to the ref, I was like, have you seen it back? And he goes, I will watch it back. And you know, it's one of them, to be fair to them, they were trying to be cute and clever, I think, all game in terms of trying to win fouls, win set pieces. Obviously, they're a very physical threat, and they've obviously scored a lot of goals that way. And the refs kind of bought into it, and they've kind of get the easy one, tumbled down, screamed, and you know, to be fair to the refs in our league, they've been quite good not giving those. I think it's probably the first soft one we've seen this season, which is, you know, I think when he looks back at that, he'd be disappointed himself, but you know, it was just like they obviously in this in the game.
As a skipper, you're a leader of men, and sometimes people look to yourself as the man that's certainly out there to unite the boys and make rational sense of things. Today, it's hard to put into words really how dominant we were, but for all of our holding on maybe for the last 5 minutes, it's very difficult as football people to ignore 85 minutes of dominance before that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we haven't been playing poorly. I think, you know, we have dropped a couple of points into late in recent weeks where, you know, it's been harsh on us. And I think if you look back at the chances we are creating good chances. I think, which is really pleasing now, is another clean sheet today. We're limiting those mistakes we were probably making earlier on in the season. And, you know, Gaffer speaking in there, we can go on a real good run. Obviously, the look of games we've got coming up this month, which will be exciting. And hopefully, obviously, the next couple of weeks we'll be looking at rather than looking down. And, you know, if you look at a lot of our points this year, we've taken them probably from the top 10. We know in ourselves we need to be better than obviously the teams in and around us. We need to keep beating. Obviously we've got games like Weymouth, Hungerford coming up, Farnborough. We need to be getting points and winning those games because we can obviously see it. We can beat the rest of the sides in our league, and we've just got to get that consistency to really get us at the table.
You mentioned there obviously a big run of games now coming at home. That's got to be fantastic. Music to your ears for lads that have spent so much time living out of suitcases in the league, so to speak. You know, it's I think some 48 days without a game at home before Bath, and having to come here, a tricky long away day, bit of a mess with the coach earlier, lads breaking down, lads getting left at service stations, and eventually rocked up at a very difficult place, a long trip, one of the longest we come, to come here and get the points. You must be absolutely buzzing to get back home. Yeah, we're absolutely buzzing. You know, it's going to be nice to get a run of home games. Like you said, I think when you actually look on paper, kind of run we have had, I know some results that has been a tough run. We have got a run coming out which I think will favour us because we have been very good when we have had home games this season, coming up with some real big victories. So it's brilliant for us. It's a fantastic effort. The management, the boys, obviously getting a result today, obviously clean sheet, getting the 3 points. We've got a real good run we can really get into, and obviously keep climbing that table. And it helps, I suppose, Spence, when, you know, obviously galvanised for games like Bath and the FA Cup run, and the supporters were incredible against Lincoln, against Burton, in the derby games against Bath. But again today, a good 20 have made their way up here, and you know, you could hear them throughout the game. They were vocal. They're growing at home. The masses are getting a bit bigger. That vocal support to a player, what does that mean? Oh, it's massive. Honestly, the fans need to know how much it does make a difference to the lads, because even, you know, the guys here singing, especially in the rain for the last 10 minutes, it makes a difference. It makes lads switch on, and you can see obviously when we got the 3 points, all the boys going over, clapping, screaming to them. It's about, you know, we've got a fantastic fan base of ones who support and follow us, and we need them to continue to get behind us, because like I said, we've got a massive important run coming up. You know, they're going to be that 12th man on the pitch for us, and like I said, we're going to really start grinding out some results for them. Super. Well, Spence, I'm going to accompany you to the bar, because I think there's about 30 people in there waiting for you to buy you a beer, and you certainly ain't going to be able to handle all of them with the game coming up again soon. But absolutely fantastic performance from all of us at Blue Army TV. We were unanimous in our decision. You know, the gaffer, all the players, real captain's performance today. A very deserving man of the match. Well done, Spence. Brilliant. Cheers, gents. Thank you very much.